The truth is, most marketing agencies don't fail because of bad ads. They fail because of chaos, poor communication, missed updates, and no systems. So, in this video, I'm pulling back the curtains and showing you exactly how I manage 10 plus clients without losing my mind. When I started ad hoc media, I thought client work was simple. Run the ads, send reports, and done. But I quickly realized that as soon as I get more and more clients, things started to slip from the cracks. A client would message me on WhatsApp, another on email, another on Facebook Messenger, and I would forget who asked for what. I'll stay up until 2 a.m. building up the campaigns and waking up to 5 missed Slack pins. That's when I realized it's not about the ads that scale an agency. It's actually the operations which scale the agency. That is what forced me to build the exact workflow that I'm about to share. A workflow that lets me handle 10 plus clients at once while still having time to think, create, and actually grow the agency. So phase one is the client onboarding, which is all about the onboarding systems. Let's start from the top, which is the onboarding. Because how you onboard a client sets the tone for the entire relationship. For me, onboarding has 3 key parts. The first key part is basically the welcome plus the expectation. The moment a client signs, they get a short welcome video from me, which is usually on Go High Level. It walks the client through what to expect, the communication hours, the feedback timelines, and the deliverables. This climates for 90% of the confusion down the lane. Phase number 2 is the access collection. We used a shared Google form that asks for all of the logins, Meta Business Manager, website access, the suite, the brand assets, the photos, and any existing data. No more endless back and forth emails. And phase 3 is kickoff in Notion. What I mean by that is that every new client gets their own dashboard inside Notion. The Notion dashboard includes their goals, the campaign calendar, their task tracker, the meeting notes, the KPIs, and a simple status column that shows whether the ads are in progress, are they under review, or are they approved. This dashboard becomes the central hub, and for me, it's like a live project control room. Phase 2 is all about communication and communication systems. Now, let's talk about communication, the make or break factor of the churn within the agency. And here's my rule: one channel for all of the updates, one channel for all of the collaborations. And so we use a channel called Slack, which is like pretty common. Slack is for daily communication. And so each client has their own channel. I can tag my media buyers, I can tag my copywriters, or I can just ping the client directly. And so we pin key links and SOPs at the very top, which is the pinned message on Slack. And we use email for any formal deliverables or billing related issues. We use Loom videos for back and forth reports instead of long text updates. And I simply just record a 3-minute Loom video walking through the entire performance if they ask for any. And so the client love it. They understand faster and trust you more when they hear your voice, right? No one wants to read long text messages anyway. And here is a tip. The tip is that I set one client check-in every day, every week. For me, it's usually Tuesday when I check back in with them. That is when I send all of my clients update in bulk. And so this batching approach saves me from context switching chaos. I can just schedule an update, right? And phase 3 is all about reporting and feedback loop. So once the campaigns are live, it's all about the clarity and the rhythm. What I mean by that is that every client that is signed, they basically get a weekly performance snapshot, which is usually auto-generated from either Google Data Studio or from Meta inbuilt reporting. A client gets monthly strategy reports that usually includes the KPIs and what to expect next, what are the winners, what are the losers. And so we present all of that data in simple, plain language. What I mean by plain language is that I don't message them CTR plus ROAS equals to 2.1. That is nonsense. Instead, what I message them is something along those lines, that your leads cost dropped by 18% this week after we paused underperforming creatives. We'll launch 2 or 3 new versions the next week based on these insights. That is like a sweet, simple message that I send them. This is also where the feedback loops lives. And so in Notion, we have a section called the feedback section where client can comment directly under the deliverables. For example, I try to stay far from endless email threads. That just causes a lot of chaos. And if I sense that the relationship is getting too transactional, what I do is that it is also a good idea that you can schedule a live reporting 15-minute call with them, which I do with every single client every single week on a recurring basis. It keeps the relationship personal, not just transactional or not just performance based. And also, whenever I develop like a good relationship with the client, I send them gifts as well, like thank you cards and all. And so phase 4 is all about automation tools. This is going to be interesting. So once you get your systems down, your automations, keep them running. And so what I mean by that is that when I automate, number one, a client intake using Go High Level, whenever a client fills out the onboarding form, they can automatically join the high level dashboard. They can join the Notion dashboard, they can join the Slack channel. And within the automation, I also have like a weekly report, a pre-built Data Studio link under the KPI section. The client also gets reminders, Slack reminders for client check-ins and add deliverables, deadlines. And so internally, I use ClickUp, which handles all of the internal team tasks, and we can also coordinate via Notion as well. I'm not overly automating anything. It's just that it's a repetitive task that steals up. If you were to do it manually, it's going to steal up a lot of your energy. So the goal is not to remove the human element, it's to update it, it's to free up your mental space. Because when systems run smoothly, I can spend my energy on strategy, creative, client relationships, basically the things that actually move the needle. And so the last thing I want to talk about is the payoff and the contrast. So just to put everything into perspective, I remember that back in 2019, I could barely handle 3 clients. When I used to handle them, it used to just eat up my entire space, my entire time. Today, however, with systems, with clarity, and with weekly rhythms, I can easily handle 10 plus clients across multiple industries, could be med spas, chiros, doctors, e-commerce, coaches, consultants, etc. And every single one knows exactly what is happening. They know exactly what is going to come next and how their money is working for them via ads. When you have these structures, scaling a business or scaling an agency becomes predictable, not stressful. So if you're running an agency, or even if you're freelancing, don't wait until you are overwhelmed to build your systems. What I would always recommend any new agency owner or any freelancer is that they should be starting now. Steal what I just showed you: Notion for organization, Slack for communication, Loom for reporting, and automations to tie all of them together. And when you do all of this, trust me that your operations are gonna get more streamlined. And your dashboards, your reporting, everything, your templates are gonna just do the job. So subscribe to this channel. Again, I'm Faraz, I'm from Ad Hoc Media, and this is exactly how you scale your business and your operations without burning out. I'll see you soon.